think it's working now. Oh shit.
We lost all talking from 6 o'clock.
Why is it super loud? I don't know why nothing has changed. I don't know why this is all busted. Testing 1 2 3.
Shake it, shake it.
Let's see. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Shake all wire.
Well, if anyone is in the chat, can you let us know if you can hear us? I think it's working now.
Yeah? Okay.
I don't know why it made no sense why it wasn't working.
I know that time was saying, you know.
Yeah, I think sometimes the program has an update and then it just fucks up everything. So I think the same thing happened. It's just, all it is good luck. That's what it is. It's good luck. But I think it works. You know, at one moment there was 3 people in the chat. Here, let me turn this on. Oh, I see. Fuck. I don't know why everything is now messed up. Just bad luck.
What happened? Hello? Anybody home?
Maybe it was an omen. We shouldn't have streamed today. It was a mistake. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Can you hear us? What's the audio sound like? Can you hear us? I think we were having audio problems. Random ones. Can you hear us?
I wish I can. I knew
the what? Sign language?
Yeah, sign language.
What does that mean?
That's India means no. In India, they say this finger. They say no, no, no. If you want, they offer you something. If you want no, you say no. Oh, no. This means yes. Like that. This nothing. They don't do like that.
You're giving us a lesson, huh?
Yeah, no.
A lesson.
Sign language.
Nusha June Baba, what are you drinking, Palavun?
Tea, just kumra tea. Kumra Indian means just tea without milk or without sugar, without anything. Salute, chin chin.
Black tea.
Air Grey. It smells like air clean. The actor.
There you go.
Twins. Air Grey, the number. They got the number of my jail number. 300.
That's your prison number?
Yeah. What was that movie? Against of Iranian order. 300 or 400?
300.
Yeah, that's the
Frank Miller 300 movie.
Yeah, that's exactly 300.
There you go. 300. 300 Spartans versus a million Persian immortals. And
that's it.
It was a comic book, so who cares?
Insulting.
Whatever. It's a comic book. I'm not insulted by a comic book, and I'm not insulted by any sort of Hollywood movie made in fantasy Persia. You could say Prince of Persia, the movie, was also insulting. Who cares? It's a movie. It's fiction.
Yeah,
if people confuse that with history, then that's the bigger problem. I think that's the real issue. If people confuse films, or if people rely on Hollywood movies for accurate portrayals of historic events, then that's a failure in the education system. Documentary. Cucumber. How many cucumber do you have?
Cucumber.
Do you like cucumber with salt?
I saw that guy with the cucumber from Caribbean island. Nice talking. Cucumber. I got that. That was funny clips.
Funny clips.
Yeah.
Baba, are you cool like a cucumber?
Yeah, I love cucumber. I'm cool, like, I'm a cool nature. Yes, yes. I got to have a cucumber in my garden. I love my garden.
What sort of stuff did you plant this year? What can we
Lots
expect?
of potato,
Potatoes.
tomatoes, tomatoes or tomatoes or tomatoes. Yeah, lots. I take it out some of them because too many. I had no patience. I see it everywhere and now coming up, and all kind of herb. Just name it, celery, this thing, all kind.
How much do they pay your celery?
Celery? I mean, I don't know. Oh, I love my birds. The birds too. Birds. What's the new? Oh, this week or today there is no name for today. Yesterday it was a Flag Day. Birth of President of America.
It was
a birthday. Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Let's see. Billy, what are the 3 most important qualities for a girlfriend according to you? Loyalty, tolerance of video gaming, and let's see.
What about the pretty or beautiful or good shape or?
Well, that's a given. That's a given. That's automatic. Let's see. Yeah, I would put together the tolerance and joy of video games and movies, because at least like shared pastimes. I would say shared pastimes is an important thing for bonding, because otherwise then it's like you're spending your time here and the other person's spending their time here, which is okay with some things, but if you can share leisure time together, I think that's important. A sense of humor. That's the other one. Sense of humor, for sure. Sense of humor. I think that's the real lubricant to life, is a good sense of humor. If you can laugh at hardships and keep going, as that being a main coping mechanism, I think having a good sense of humor, a partner with a good sense of humor, is an important asset and an important trait that I look for in women.
Smart. To be a smart or brain, lots of brain, or a smartness. That's good. They have or inside pretty means inside good feeling means
beautiful
love,
intestines.
Love, yeah.
That's my shoe. I didn't fart. That was my shoe. Kindness.
Yeah.
So every good possible quality. That's more than 3, but you were asking the most 3 important, and that was it. Yeah. The sense of humor, shared pastimes, and loyalty. That's what a do or die person. That would be by your side, even when times get tough. Still by your side.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would. That's what I would say.
That's very important.
Mama, when you escaped from the institution, did you take anything with you, or did you leave everything behind?
No, I took lots of clothes and lots of the shoes and many those slipper, nice slipper.
They have good stuff there, huh?
Yeah.
All the quality stuff.
Yeah. That was good. That was real people over there.
Where?
Cuckoo house.
I was joking, but you really were in the cuckoo house.
Yeah, whole life now is cuckoo.
I would call this house the cuckoo house.
Yeah.
I think this house is scarier than any institution possible. This is the crack house. That's what this is. This house is from the foundation. It's a cracked house.
Yeah, lots of scary story about this house.
Yeah, it's a haunted house. It's a witch house.
Yes.
You know what I miss, and I always think about that old willow tree that used to be down here. That massive, massive tree.
Oh yeah.
Because it
It's not.
it was a willow tree.
Willow.
It was a weeping willow tree.
Weeping willow.
Yeah, it's not a pussy willow. There's pussy willow is not even a tree. It was a weeping willow tree. That's what it was.
Oh, weeping.
It's a weeping willow tree. You forgot. It was so long ago that thing was cut down. And so here we have this massive clearing of property, and people are like, well, why isn't there a fence there? Long before, we never needed a fence there because there was this 200-year-old tree, and it was massive. Like I don't even know the scale. It was so big.
Biggest in this town.
Yeah, it was the biggest willow tree in the town. It was bigger than this entire house.
Yeah, exactly.
This massive, massive tree, and it covered all that property. And it was beautiful. Everyone was like, that was like, it was like a major part of the beach side of the town.
Exactly.
Nowhere else will you see a tree like that, anywhere. Anyways, this tree, the roots grew under the house, and because under the house, before bedrock, there was clay, and it dried up everything and just cracked the house, and the house started settling differently and cracking it in half. Basically, the roots were just like draining everything to the point that the tree just got sick. It got diseased, and then it just started dying.
And cracked the wall underground, in basement, all watering. I couldn't go for 10 years. I was here and couldn't go for journey or vacation, nowhere. We went to, where they call, New York for something. I couldn't go. I was busy at night collecting all water under
the weeping tile.
There was no weeping.
Well, there wasn't. You had to install.
Yeah, I dig it with my friend. And I told their story. The digging. I didn't know the procedure. I didn't know. First time in my life, I digging my own grave. Because I dig it all around, and then suddenly the rain started to raining, and I was on the bottom of the digging, and then all crashed. Everything crashed. We were not here. I shouted, and somebody, emergency came and took me. Thanks God, it was one big stone. And came and hold my head here like that, my neck, went my neck and dig my body. And my friend came back and digged my out, and I went to emergency, and I was alive. And that's why then I asked the bulldozer came and
this place is cursed.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
So we got a question here for you, Baba.
Please.
Baba, one of my coworkers is an annoying Afghani that is Khaili Avazi sometimes and gets on my nerves. Should I kill him? First of all, I need to say you can't don't kill anyone. No. But I know it's just an expression.
No. Yeah, I know.
But what's your advice? It's Ramtin. It's well, I mean Bain Basara.
Ramtin or Ben Basara, you are talking from Ramtin, Germany? No.
Sweden.
Oh, there are lots of... Listen, please, those Afghani people, yes, you got to be... Some of them, if they are religious, don't talk with them. Don't. Religious meaning praying or those things like... They are impossible. Be far from them. But if they are a new Afghani came, knows about West and this thing, they are late in that, they wanted to be ahead, that's why they feel they lost some time and do this, and they are some kind of funny, it means funny in bad way. You got to have a patience, but before, the best thing before, and you show kindness. Or I hope they talk Persian, they know. But I like the way they talk Persian, I love it, because that's more real Persian. Unlike, villager, they talk. Some of the words they talk, I remember, is funny. Means wrestling. They wanted to wrestle, they say, you can Pahlawani. Pahlawani means heroic. They don't call let's wrestle, let's Pahlawani. Pay is the only Persian alphabet. No, be easy with them. They are human. They are the same country. We are all same language at least. Like brothers. Respect them. Respect them, please.
Well, there you go. Tolerance, right?
Yeah,
tolerance.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
the word tolerance.
Understand why they act certain ways and be their guidance. Guide them.
Yeah.
Help them become part of the society. I don't know.
No, I know. I've seen just now. I've seen the writer talking about the story, Afghani writer, and they copy mostly something. They copy Iranian for singing or something, and believe me, they say some story. I have some Afghani people. My son knows some of them in Porto. They've been in Iran, and the Iranian people don't respect them. Still, they are not free to get what they call any right in Iran as a refugee or as a refugee. And same religion, same language, but they don't. They harm them. They do something bad to them, and you know that story. That's why. Be tolerant. Yeah.
Oh, very good. There you go. Brown lives.
Okay.
That answered answered your question.
Because there are
Tolerance.
lots over there in that Sweden. There are lots of refugees. They come. They did something wrong. In Germany, they rape somebody, some girl.
So here's another question, Baba. How come when Iranians are stressed, they drink gav zabon
for stress? Yeah.
Have you tried drinking it, and does it work?
Lots of. That's my mama. My mama used to give me all goligav when I am examination for.
First of all, can you explain what it is? Because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's some leaves or some gray, not gray, it's blacky or, and there's leaves. I got it here too. Leaves, and they want to boil it and they drink it. Or somebody get some bad news or attack or something. If drink, the nerve cool off the nerve. That's old time of now. And when in my hotel, I was a hotel reception manager over there in Shiraz. They used to, any passenger when come, they used to offer them what they call goligav zabun with lemon Omani, Shirazian, or limo Omani, that's the khorme sabzi. They use in khorme sabzi. That's beautiful. Huh? Thank you. You remind me now. I go for tonight. I drink a little bit goligav zabun with limo Omani, and I can have a good sleep. For sure, effect is good for your health. I believe that 100%. Okay.
I still don't know exactly what it is, but apparently they're leaves, some sort of plant.
It's a herb.
Herb.
Yes.
That's interesting. Maybe I should find some of that stuff.
That's good.
I started to cut out acidic foods. I've stopped eating tomatoes. No more spicy hummus. The only thing that's been hard was cutting out coffee. So I still drink. I drink more watered down dark roast coffee, but I still drink some of that.
No, coffee is not.
I find that it's more tomatoes and
Yes.
and raw red onion. That one time you gave me that piece, I even warned you. I'm like, I don't think I wish next time I will listen to my own advice and not eat that. It doesn't matter. I ate that. It took me out for 2 days. I was in pain for 2 days. Yeah. It just burned my stomach so bad that I couldn't sleep for 2 days. I hate raw onion. I don't hate it. Actually, it tastes good when I eat it, but as soon as it goes down, it turns into a fucking nightmare. It's like hell on earth in my stomach. But I know you eat onions, you eat hot peppers, and it could have also been that hot pepper that was cooked. Remember you had like a...
Oh, yeah.
I ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was a fucking nightmare.
But tomato is worse. Tomato is...
You mean tomato?
Tomato. And you have lots of cucumber. That's give you all that.
Really? Cucumbers?
It's worse.
I didn't know that.
It's not bad like for the, what they call ulcer. But it make you ulcer. But it's bad to digestion, especially at night. Morning is all right, but not too much. Just a little bit.
Okay.
If you cook, it's better.
Cook.
How
do you cook?
I know about
cook.
Cooking and
gastrics.
Yeah, I know.
I got a question, Billy. What made you quit doing stand-up comedy? Interesting question. Yeah. You want to answer the question for me? What the fuck, Baba?
Because I know you are busy.
I wouldn't say it was that. No.
Oh.
That would be a bullshit answer. Saying busy, that would be a bullshit answer if I say that. That wouldn't be honest. Before that, shit. When I was still in college, that was the thing. Father, let me tell the story of my own life, and you listen for a second, okay?
Yeah.
I'll answer this question since it's for me.
Okay, I'm sorry, man.
So I was doing stand-up comedy. I was good at it, but I only did it a few times. Honestly, I would say it was because it was outside of my comfort zone. I didn't like going to bars. I never did. I never went to bars. I was raised not to drink alcohol. So bars were always like this image of this like bad place to go to, and wasn't part of my habit. I went to a few of them. I did stand up. It was fine. It's just I always pictured, when we watch stand up polished on TV, it's always at the end of a person's career, at the peak, when it's them doing it in a nice theater. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to do stand up comedy in a nice theater, not in a shitty bar doing open mic. So that's all my fault. I didn't want to pay my dues. I didn't want to do that grind doing stand-up at these places. I did do stand-up, however, in Japan. I did stand-up there. I did stand-up in the States. I did it in Kentucky at different bars. And I was okay. I was pretty good, but I wasn't great because most stand-up comedians, they do hundreds and hundreds of sets. Pretty much 4 nights a week at least, they go and do open mics. I didn't put the work in. So I would blame it was outside my comfort zone, and I was really lazy when I was a kid. I was really lazy. I just wanted to play San Andreas. Pretty much as soon as college ended and I wanted to start doing stand-up, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas came out for PlayStation 2. I just was playing that and smoking tons of weed, not going to do stand-up. And that was like a few months, and then after that had passed, I had an opportunity to go to Japan. And then I went to Japan, and comedy went in the background. It faded away. when I came back to Canada, I think I just did when I went to the States, I did stand up maybe once or twice, and it just never stuck with me. I did do improv though. If you remember, 2 years ago, I was going and doing improv in Hamilton at I forget which theater, and that was a theater, and I was doing really great at that. I was always good at improv. I would say I was better at improv than I was at stand-up, and stand-up comedy, often it was improvised. So, yeah, I don't really have a great answer for you besides just being lazy and afraid of going outside my comfort zone. In turn, that translated into Pedava Pesach. Because I saw, okay, then YouTube existed, and I'm like, well, I can still do comedy from the comfort of my own home. I can do comedy just sitting at home, editing little videos with Baba and posting them on the internet. And that was a way of doing comedy without confronting my fear and my social anxiety of going out to bars and talking in front of strangers. Even though that shit's pretty much therapy, was pretty much exposure therapy for me. However, that still remained. I did do improv, and then that got me into teaching, and when I teach, that fills the gap, that fills the void of stand-up comedy. When I teach my classes, I'm making jokes all the time, and I'm doing a presentation, and I'm talking about popular culture and movies, so I'm grilling them, making fun of that, and that, so that feeds that need for stand-up doing that. It's almost like a placebo. And it's at least it's a guaranteed paycheck too, doing teaching. Stand-up, you really have to do a grind, and you're not making any money off of it. And you know what? Because of this pandemic, it makes me I took it all for granted, because you can't do stand-up anymore. I mean, it's slowly opening. I heard comedy clubs are slowly opening now, but maybe this whole pandemic, and I'm sure it made a lot of people reflect, and a lot of people that say shit, before all this happened, I could have done this, I could have traveled, I could have went here, I could have done that, I could have that. A lot of people are reflecting, and hell, I could have done stand-up. Maybe that's something I should just do now, because I'm a completely different person now. Now I don't give a fuck going in front of a bar and saying, going into how low risk is it doing open mic now compared to fucking teaching a class? Teaching a class, I'm teaching adults and shit stuff, and they're paying good money, so I have to perform well. Now I'm a completely different person. Maybe my outlook doing stand-up would be completely different, because I'm so used to talking in front of people now. And the only thing that kind of worries me is how much the climate of way people are thinking has changed. So you can listen to my first time I did stand-up on YouTube here, but the shit I was saying, no way in hell I could say that shit now, because the way culture changed and the way times changed. No way I can drop N-bombs or whatever. No matter how much it's justified in the context, or I think it's justified in the context. People, it's scary. People don't really understand nuance that much. So what would I don't know. It would be interesting to try stand up. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think most of you guys just want me to make more videos with Baba. But stand up comedy is less effort than making videos, less effort than making podcasts. You just write the material and just go out and do it.
That's why I was surprised. I make a mistake. I thought he's asking why you are not doing Pedaram Pesar, means more serious. I didn't know about comedy. I know you start from a comedian and you went to Toronto. I was in Iran. I heard you went to something.
Well, that was what I was talking about before. Was improv. I would do Second City.
Oh, Second City.
I did Second City for many years. I did
Yeah.
improv for maybe 8 years. I trained improv.
Oh.
And I would say, any of you guys listening to this, I would say the best skill that I gained, besides keyboarding, the first skill that I really was accomplishment from it for me was keyboarding, because I thought I could never touch type really fast, and that's the first skill I recommend everyone learns proper keyboarding, even though you all use phones now, it doesn't make a difference. but was improvisation. That has saved my ass in so many aspects of life. Being able to just comfortably talk on your feet and go with the flow and being able to adapt to any situation was the key skill that I took away. And even when I was doing improv at Second City, a lot of companies would send their workers to go do improv to get them to do better sales pitches and presentations and stuff, to loosen them up. But I would say improv, that helped me. I was able to, with those skills, I was able to teach in Japan, was able to teach it just helps you talk on your feet, let things flow, stream of consciousness, and all that shit. I would say, if you can, look up improv and join an improv theater, improv group. It will help you in life quite a bit. I guarantee.
Really? That's good for preaching. If you become preacher or prophet.
No, well, preachers, they can use the book. They use a text to talk off of. This is for being able to talk live with people and make shit up. Not in really stand-up comedy. It doesn't work with that. Improv is with multiple people at the same time. Do you remember Whose Line Is It Anyway? Remember that show, Whose Line Is It Anyway?
No.
You don't remember Whose Line Is It Anyway, with that Drew Carey, and then there was the Canadian guy, and all those guys would come up and he would give them random topics. He would get a topic from the audience, a suggestion from the audience, and then they would make up scenes without practicing. You don't remember that? That's improv. That's improv. So I did improv throughout high school and college and everything.
Who is now, in your idea, the best improv or this thing?
I don't know who's. I honestly haven't seen improv on TV in a long time.
What do you remember the name? Something I know them.
Well, you remember there was Colin Mockery. What was that?
Maybe the name.
I forget what there was that black guy who was famous for a while. He went on tour everywhere. I don't know, but they were all on Whose Line Is It Anyways was the only big improv thing. When I was young, I had dreams of, I wanted to have a talk show. I wanted to be like David Letterman. I liked watching David Letterman late night show all the time, and SNL. I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live. I thought that was awesome. Eddie Murphy and all those fuckers on Saturday Night Live. I thought that was the dream. We live close to New York City. Most people here, East Coast, the dream is to go to New York, get famous, and be on TV, be on NBC or whatever the fuck on TV there. So SNL was one of my dreams. Now I don't know. I think once you get older, you see how things change. Once you're as old as the people that are on TV or older, you kind of, it's like a generation thing, and then you're like, oh, this shit sucks. It used to be better when I was younger, blah, blah, blah. Whether or not that's true or not, I mean, it's all your perception, but that's how I feel. Whenever I watch Saturday Night Live now, I say, like, wow, this is really, really, really terrible. I can't believe this stuff's on TV. I could do better than this. But who am I to say that? Because I didn't do better. I didn't go on. I didn't go and audition for Lorne Michaels and all that stuff. Which is never too late unless Lorne Michaels passes away and I can't say, hey man, I'm Canadian too. So Lorne Michaels, who produces Saturday Night Live, he also produced Kids in the Hall, which is the Canadian show. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Kids in the Hall. And that was shot, and those guys would do sketch comedy at the Rivoli Comedy Club in Toronto, and I performed many times at the Rivoli as well. So that was part of like Canadian history, Canadian comedy history, was doing shows at the Rivoli, and that was called alt comedy back then. In the 80s and 90s, they would call it alt comedy, which is alternative comedy, where people can say really dark, messed up stuff, but the audience would understand it is experimental alternative comedy. So no one would get pissed off. No one would say, cancel these people. This person's racist. This person's an asshole. They would understand that stand-up comedy is this safe place for people to test boundaries and others to go to feel catharsis, to feel a release of all the tension as built up from society, from having to act this way and all this stuff, whatever. That completely changed. Alt comedy became alt-right. It became all this other stuff. It mutated because it lost its context, completely lost its context. People didn't understand that, look, the people saying these twisted, awful things, the reason why they're saying it is because that's what they see as the disgusting thing of the world. That's how they see the disgusting things of the world, and they would project it in a way for a cathartic release. But then it lost its meaning, and then people thought that, okay, this person's just being racist, or this person is just being a bigot, he's being an asshole, being this, being that. It completely lost the nuance, the meaning, the context of it, and then comedy changed. Comedy changed. Comedy was now like about inclusion, about all this stuff. It was all weird.
Exactly.
Anyways, I could go on and on about this stuff. I'm very passionate about comedy. I have to sleep now. It was great seeing you guys again. I wish you continued success and happiness. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Atal matal tutule. Thank you, Ramti, and have a good night, man. Thank you for all that.
I sing you for what they call
lullaby.
Lullaby. Majnun nabudo, Majnunum kedi, az del share khodom, birunum kedi yar.
Beautiful.
For you.
That would really soothe someone so they could rest and go to sleep.
I wanted to now continue to talk. I remember one person I love it. This you gave me all information about your life. That time I was not in picture.
Buddy, I told you a million times. You just forgot.
Yeah, I forgot this Alma. Cassis Kelly. He was good and he say everything. Recently, the old lecture he gave to some English interview in England. You have seen for sure about now the story. He is absolutely right. The problem for me, by the people, they love for those reality. They love, and he love it, and they sometimes they think that he is joking, but reality, he got a medal, everything. He was the powerful man in the whole world, and still he is a hero, everything. But when he came and wanted some drinks, a sandwich or something, they say they don't feed him. You can see on TVO, not TVO, what they call Facebook or any. No.
So what are you saying?
It's so funny if you find that.
Yeah, he was good at talking. He would jibba jabba. He would like
and criticize.
He was like a stand-up comedian. He was everything, all in one.
Really.
Yeah, he's good on his feet.
Smart. Oh.
So here, Mohammad Hossein Taghavi wrote something in Farsi, and I can't read it because I can't read Farsi. I can't read or write Farsi, and it's too tiny for Baba to see unless he comes and walks all the way up here and reads it on the screen here. I can't.
Farsi or in
It's in Farsi, like it's in actual
alphabet
of Farsi.
That's good. I come that.
You don't need to take the headphones off. Just
there is enough. Yes.
Because we're coming. It's tiny. I know your eyes can't see it.
Where is it? It's not Farsi. Barname Rasht. Only one. I can't read it. Barname Zesht. Muhammadan Barname something. Means he wrote about my this thing. Barname Rust. I cannot read that. Rust. It's the name of that show.
I don't know what you're
The
saying.
name of that English film is old. They both die. Muhammad Ali died. Oh, you went to visit his tomb. You went to his.
Yeah, I was in Louisville, Kentucky, and I got to see his. He's got well, there's Muhammad Ali Street there, and then he has a peace museum there. I think it's called Peace Museum there, which was actually really good. It was a really interesting museum. It was huge, dedicated to Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, and his like methodology or his like life ideals. It was interesting. It was cool. Yeah, that's all I have to say for that. I don't know what that has to do with stand-up. You say he's a funny guy. Okay, he's a funny guy.
I thought he's
Whatever the
good.
fuck.
His original good in that talking.
Yeah, I don't know if he was actually improvising or he prepared those things. He could have prepared those lines. Like, I don't know if he was, because how do you know he was not, like, he knew he would be talking in front of people, so he probably prepared those lines.
No,
but he sounded like a preacher, right?
Yeah, he used to say, preacher, he told his story, all his story, from childhood, with mama and everything, and so fast, so controlled without any wrongdoing, and everybody laughing, and that was not so much joke. Reality was that, but they make it joke. They got to get a lesson. From that time, if they change, the word change, it was better for the people, minority people. You know, I respect that guy. Oh, I respect.
Okay.
Yeah. That was new story about you. I don't know.
I'd rather talk about stories about us than other people. What the hell, man?
I'm sorry. Yeah,
they're here to see us. Now you talk about Cassius Clay. What the fuck? Something you saw on TVO.
Not TVO.
But yeah, no. I mean, he was also an advocate to he was against racism, discrimination.
Yeah,
he was against the war in Vietnam.
He
was he was a draft dodger. Everyone knows his story. He's a pretty famous guy.
Ali.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I mean, whether or not he was a good improviser, I don't know. Either way, he was a great public speaker, and he's cherished around the world.
Yes.
Anyways, Baba, well, who was your idol long time ago when you were a kid? Who did you look up to when you were very young? Who did you look up to? Who was your idol?
Oh, I don't know. Some of my teacher, one of my literature or composition, we call him, teacher, literature teacher in secondary school, Mr. Sisakti.
Sisakti? Would he always see Sakti? He always see. He saw a lot of Sakti. He was traumatized.
There is a city in town. City no, is the town in Fars, Shiraz, near the Shiraz, Sisakt. It's a cold mountainside, and he was a good. He was good in literature, and because why? He understand me. I was maybe 13, 14 years old, and wrote something. He gave the title. We got to write it about father. I told the story to you. Anyhow, and then when I read that in front of the student, everything. He clap and give me best, top. It was 20 mark.
Yeah, 20 out of 20.
Yeah, and always they respect me. Everybody from that time, how come you got the best this thing.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
like, so you looked up to your
Yeah.
English teacher, your literature teacher.
Literature.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I became a literature teacher. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Sayed Ahmed Kasravi says, Salam Baba, Salam Billy, nice to see you guys.
Salute Muhammad Kasavi, the intelligent, the great people, the great guy, I know.
Yeah, man, how you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah.
How is everything?
Good, good.
It's nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I hope
Yeah.
everyone is well.
You can know how you doing?
Sayed says, my hero when I was a kid was Ebi, the singer.
Oh.
Ebi. Every time when I hear Ebi, I think of shrimp. Because in Japanese, Ebi means shrimp. Ebi, tempura. Ebi
I
tempura.
think about my nose, but he's bigger nose than me.
He's got a bigger nose than
Yeah,
you?
he's bigger. Oh, pointy.
He got a
Huge.
he got a nose implant.
Yeah, yeah.
Persian nose implants. I got a pretty big nose, huh?
No, you got a small.
I got big
Right.
nostrils. My nose is
Yeah, naturally, my auntie got a double of me now. So.
big
Mine
nose.
got a big nose. I open it up, yeah. See?
Focus.
Focus on my nostril. Oh, yeah.
Those are big nostrils, Baba. You gotta flare those nostrils up.
Yeah, I got.
What are you hiding in those nostrils?
Oh, many
Kishmish?
things.
Kishmish?
Now, pesh.
Ajil. I keep all my ajil in my nose.
Fly.
You have flies in your
Yeah.
nose, larvae.
Yeah.
You got insects
I
growing out of
used
your
to
nose.
have a zipper for my nose. Zip it up.
You could zip up your nose.
Yeah.
That's good for coronaviruses. You can zip up your nose.
Oh, that's what I do.
Don't breathe. You breathe out your eyeballs. That's what you can do.
You remember my thorn went to my, still in my finger.
You still have a
Yeah.
sliver. A sliver.
Yeah.
You got a sliver in your
I
finger.
did, yes.
We got to take you to the ER,
No.
and they have to
I
do
think
surgery.
No, I
You're
think-
already wearing the right clothing for the emergency room. You're ready to go.
And then, okay.
Nene.
You, Kastravi was not here when sometime I use it for fresh up.
Now Kasravi says, now my hero is Sayed Ahmed Kasravi. So now he is his own hero. No
Yes.
more Ebi.
Oh, my hero is saying that's different. I was joking not about myself. Not only my hero, for many people in Iran, all over the world, Kastravi, the genius, Azari guy, and professor, got the doctorate, he talked many languages. I read all the book of Kastravi. He was genius, much better than anybody in Iran.
Okay, he's got a question for you. Baba, which this question I think you have answered before, but I'll ask you again. Baba, which country is the best? Which country is the best? That's what Sayed Ahmed Kasravi is asking.
But about many countries, got many different attraction or about the people. This is very wide question and answer is difficult. I go nationality, my nationality is Iranian. I love Iran and the history of Iran, but not now. When those people is there, I'm sorry. But mostly, I told you, when I went to Japan, I saw Japan, I loved Japan. No doubt about that. Japan for the people, for the cleaning.
I don't know, how many countries have you seen though? Can you
Many countries.
Well,
many.
name them.
All Europe, just name it. Many in Europe.
That's the only place I
Germany,
haven't been.
Swiss, just name it. Italia, Spain, any. Not Portuguese. No, I would love to go. I think I went. I forgot. India is world. India means more than country. India, you need double age, means double born many times to see just Bombay or Mumbai. Oh, no, India and here, America, Canada, Japan, England, that's all the Europe medicine. And I love it.
He said, "Oh, okay. No, Sayed says he means the real Sayed Kasabi is his, not him. I was just joking, but he says he means to live. Where's the best country to live? That's what he's
to
asking.
live. Still, I like Canada. I think Canada. I heard about the European, means what they call Sweden, Norway, Scandinavian country, but I prefer Canada the best. Go east, go west, Canada the best. I love Canada.
I mean, it's hard to say because I mean we've like how to be able to how long do you need to live in a place to be able to truly judge the worth of it?
You're right.
And often what I see, because I've hated Canada, I've loved Canada, I've hated Japan, I love Japan. Anywhere I live, it was just a state of mind. It was how you, first of all, it's how you fit into the society. How you fit. It's you. How you fit in that society. Can you function in that society? Are you part of it? Are you making enough money to take care of your base needs? Do you have enough friends and family around you that you have this sense of well-being?
Exactly.
Is the weather good? That's a big thing. I think, is the weather good to live there and you're happy? You're getting enough vitamin D? What is going on? There's many factors in it, but I think the biggest factor is yourself, is how well you fit there.
But you are right. The Canadian, mostly the Canadian, when they live here in own country, they always talk and bad talk against of everything, against of politician, against of, they don't like the weather. But when they go outside to another country, they will fight for. If anybody say they are good people, I thought Canadian. I love the people of Canada. They're older age, older age. I got no problem with them as an immigrant.
I think it's just the same everywhere. It's the same people.
Yeah, you are right.
I like that most people I've encountered in Canada are educated. I would say that we have a good education system, which I think is very important. I think good education system and good health care is pretty important. If you can cover the basic needs of the society, then they can grow from there. But I mean, do you like being around stupid people all the time? No. I don't. I find that that's stressful and that causes a lot of problems. However, economies work well if a lot of people are stupid. You can make money off dumbass people, which depends on where your ethics and morality is. So I don't know. I think Canada's not bad because people are educated. I don't know if the education system's still good though. I don't know. But we'll see. Because things change. But yeah.
But the ladies, Canada, the ladies the best. They are very kind. You cannot find any ladies all around kinder than Canadian ladies.
That's discrimination, Baba. How can you generalize? How do you know? You know all the ladies in Canada?
I know most.
You've never been outside of Ontario. You haven't been outside of the province. Quebec. Give me a break.
I went to Quebec.
Yeah, once. Montreal for 2 days.
Especially those French better. Miss ladies in kindness, they are good. They are very understanding.
Compared to Iranians?
Yes.
That's how I think you should only compare to what you know. Because you don't know. Maybe there's a country you haven't been to and people are amazing and it's great. So just compare it to Iran.
Yeah, you are right. Compared with Iran. I talk about compared with Japan. They are kind too, but they are more...
Sayed asks, which nationalities are doing good in Canada?
Oh, doing good.
I don't know all of them.
Economy or why is it?
I guess probably doing good usually means economically.
Economical.
Chinese.
Chinese.
I don't know. Like I would say, pretty much everyone's doing good.
Yeah,
everyone's doing good.
Yeah, good. But I'm thinking of economical. Yeah.
Like even Sri Lankans have
yeah,
like quite a bit of like all the
yeah,
restaurants.
yeah.
Actually, I don't know now because restaurants are kind of messed up now. They're gone. So, man, everyone like that's why they say Canada's like a cultural mosaic, and America's like a melting pot. Everyone's thrown into America and forced to, well, not forced, whatever. You become American. Here in Canada, they seem to have like people stick together in pockets of communities, and they all help each other and stuff like that, and they support each other. Except us, we that's why we're so strange. That's why Piraba Pisa exists, because we didn't live in a big city amongst other Persians. We didn't live we weren't in North York, Toronto, or anything like that, where all the Iranians are. We were in the middle of nowhere, completely isolated, using the internet to reconnect and talk to all the other Iranians that are possibly isolated across the world. So I would say that's the advantage in Canada. There are these like groupings, like communities. There's huge communities of every ethnicity, and they support each other. But they still intermingle with other groups, and everyone gets along. There's no there's not that I've seen huge there's not huge race riots or anything like that going around here. Racism exists everywhere. Canada has a bad history with First Nations, but so does America. So does Peru. So does every country. Iran too. Everyone. That's just it's always been.
The history of Iran is racist. Iranian.
It's human nature. It's human nature that the new people come in, the old people go out. They just make up stuff we always want to create a hierarchy and order. We always want to create a pecking order, like a company or some crap.
But now the mother nature teach you. They order you now. You are weak now. Everything is changed this time. For that, everything. Funny.
They make you humble. All the viruses.
Mother nature say, okay. Without you, human being, I can survive. I'm safe. The sky is a sky. The weather is weather. The ocean is cleaner. And you, human being, or get out. If you die, you're still alive. We make another human being.
Sayed says, I'm isolated in my own country. Sayed, are you in Iran? You're isolated in Iran?
No, Sayed is...
Where's Sayed? Sayed, where are you? What's your country? You're in Iran, right?
It's Turkey, no?
Why are you isolated in your country? Is it because of the pandemic? Are you social isolating, or is it for a different reason? Is it like a...
Who's Sayed?
Ahmed Kasravi. I'm pretty sure he's in Iran.
In Iran?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
he's
Iran.
Right. He is right.
Is it because of the pandemic?
No. He is for the...
Religion?
No. Sayed, not religion. He is majority. He is Muslim. But I don't know. The name you call
just don't like the other people?
No.
Sometimes that isolates you if you don't really get along. Okay, that's fine, but I understand that must be frustrating. That must be very frustrating, and and I can understand to some extent how that feels. I've been isolated in my own country too. Growing up here, growing up here has been hard. I didn't really at first get along with the other people because I was always pointed out to being different, especially having parents that deeply culturally are Iranian and didn't really adapt to Canadian culture, which Canadian culture is barely there. So being that different person had its challenges, But it also has that plus, because the hard part was you had to prove yourself all the time. You have to always work double the time. You have to work double hard to prove yourself to everyone. But that made me excel in a sense that I always was like better at school, better at things, because I felt that I always had to prove myself, for better or for worse. But I think in the end, it turned out better. Say it says, I don't like Iranians.
You're right. I wanted to say it. Yeah. Mostly Iranians don't like each other, but just wanted to, ta'aruf. That ta'aruf means lie. Lie, full of lie.
Yeah.
I can understand you, my son. How old are you? You can be my son.
Everyone wants to be Baba's son.
Yeah.
That's why you're Baba.
I felt that.
Yeah, man, I feel you.
It
is a lot of play of hate in there.
Especially.
It's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's everywhere. Maybe every country is like that. I don't know.
Most third world country or this and like that.
It's like crabs in a bucket, right? Everyone's pulling each other down.
Yeah, or this political government movement like that. Corruption also.
It's like, there's like some sort of like deep shame that people have that is unfortunate.
And force and those,
phony baloney?
Yeah, I can understand it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Well, don't worry. You still have like, what's it? I think I am an American stock in an Iranian body. I am a transnational. Are you a globalist? Are you a globalist? I'm 29.
You're young.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you feel like. If you feel like you don't jive with the culture, and most people are raised with American culture, whether you like it or not, because of television, because of the internet. The internet, this is all of American military invention. We're all influenced by America, whether we like it or not. And that's part of globalization, is that we see ourselves as part of this bigger society. And most Americans and Canadians, what is the West? The West was people escaping the old country, the old culture, coming to the new world to build a new identity, a new society. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just difficult if you live there. Do you feel like immigrating to a different country? You feel like coming to America or coming to Canada or something like that? Because there's nothing wrong with that. Most people your age do. They study, they come and study in Canada. I teach a lot of people, that even Iranians, that they get a student visa, study in Canada, and then after a while they get a permanent residence so they can stay in Canada, and then they become a citizen. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you strongly feel that way, get out of the country if you can, once it opens up. Yeah, it's hard, but it might be worth it. Just leave. Think about yourself. What do you think, Baba? You're the immigrant, Baba. You have the advice.
No. First, you got to be younger or with a family, and you suffer. It's challenging. Say it is challenging. It's very hard too. It's not look from far. I mean, after I came to Canada for 3 years now, mostly here in Canada, I was more in Canada than Iran. Altogether, I was maybe 22 years in Iran, altogether, 21 years. But when I came to Canada, always I say, why I left my town. If I was there, same age, same life, almost, and I die after that. It's not too much this thing, but it was too much challenging, suffering, pain, and That's good. The pain is good. No pain, no gain. But I had always pain, but no gain.
Say it says not everyone can get away.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand 100% you, but don't believe the هر جا بری آسمان همین رنگ است. شاید هم رنگش بدتر باشد این سیه. هر جایی که روی آسمان همین.
I think that was kind of like what we talked about, inner peace. If you can achieve inner peace even in hell.
Yeah, I thought, is that inner peace, yeah, you are right. If you're satisfied or content with even in jail.
Because I know with myself, when I'm unhappy with myself, I am unhappy anywhere I go, everywhere I go.
You are right. That's for everybody.
But I don't know. Yeah, that's difficult. I don't know. I don't know anything to advise you.
If you are with family, I know I got to find out your situation. I don't want to analyze you, ask many questions. I can answer 100% to you if I find out all your situation.
Well, she should. What the fuck is going on? It sounds like you're sakte na kuni, Baba. Sakte na kuni.
No,
sakte mi kuni.
Not yet.
sakte kardی دیگه. ها؟ اینقدر مخوریم بخورم همش مخوریم سکته میکنیم. Yeah.
Okay.
It's 7:07, Baba. We're 7 minutes overtime.
Really?
Yeah. Say it. If you want to talk to Baba privately, I don't know if you have Facebook. He's on Facebook. That's what he mainly uses Facebook to talk.
Even I help many people. I brought many.
You can message him on Facebook or message me anyway, even through the YouTube, and I can contact you. You can talk to Baba about this stuff.
Please, I'm good in that. I help many people. They wrote a letter after 35 years. They send a picture of them. If I can help, or even with the guiding, not only guiding, with the helping how to get to Canada or any other country, I can be helpful. Anyhow, I'll go because I need a drink and my tea is over. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good week. Today is the first of the Monday, yeah.
Huh?
Happy Monday. Happy Houshmonday to it. I forgot the date.
It's June the 15th. My family say I'm a bangi cause I smoke weed. Bangi.
Oh, bangi. Rama, Hare Krishna, bangi.
Well,
ganja, bangi.
I mean, weed is pretty much normal everywhere. It's become boring. I even stopped smoking weed because it's legal and it's lame now. I have to move on to something else. He says he will connect with you on Facebook. So look forward to that.
I'm in Facebook. Okay, have a good time, everybody. Thank you and happy Houshmonday.
Happy Houshmonday, everyone. Thank you, Baba. Happy Houshmonday. Take it easy, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you, Ramteen. Thank you, Mohammed Hossein. Thank you, Sayed. So Sayed, connect to Baba on Facebook. You guys take care. I hope everyone has a great week. Happy Houshmonday. We appreciate you. Take it easy.
Ciao.
Bye.